What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Littleroot lettering. So we're carrying on this week playing some more of Karibo's team that he sent in to us. This team's been really fun. Really excited to see what we can do today, and maybe even make a push to Master Ball. Who knows? But you know, we will figure it out. And if you haven't checked out the previous episodes with this team, make sure you go and do that. It's been a blast. The episode that went up on Thursday is probably one of my favorite videos that I've made yet. Just like from a content perspective, it was wild. It was a wild ride from start to finish. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go and do that. And let's see what we can do. Let's get into today's first game. I'm excited to see what this team can do. It's been, like I said, I just can't gush about this team enough. The offensive Celesteela has been phenomenal. We had a game where we got to go to +5 on turn 1 with Moltres, so that was great. Garchomp got to clean up a couple different times this week, so this team's been really great. So if you're interested, make sure you pick up that rental while still available. And shout outs to Karibo for sending this in and letting me have some some really good games with it. While we get paired up, here we go. Cool. Game number 1. Weezing Gigas, Cole, Dragapult, Rillaboom, and Urshifu running it out. What do we like, and why is it Ninetales, I think? Ninetales outspeeds Gigas. Yes, we do. So we can set up screens. We can go Ninetales Garchomp, set up screens, and we go screens plus Max Quake or Swords Dance, depending on their lead. I think that's pretty okay. Cole seems a little hard for us. Not gonna lie to y'all, Cole seems a little hard, but I think Garchomp is just the best possible answer to it. I think I like Raichu. Do I like Raichu? I don't think I like Raichu. I think Moltres and Celesteela round this out pretty well. Line up pretty well against everything else they have going on. And Garchomp just seems really good here. Probably going to be our Dynamax target starting here on turn 1, hopefully. So let's see what we can do here in game number 1 today. And it's going to be Cold Dragapult. Well, Garchomp should just beat this lead up. Like, I don't think they really had a lead that Garchomp didn't line up well against. Question is, do they have Will-O-Wisp on? They have Will-O-Wisp on their Dragapult. I could Blizzard. I could just Blizzard and Max Guard this turn. I don't think I want to Quake this turn. I think there's also a very good chance we just lose Ninetales. What if we protect and Max Quake the Cole? I think I got that in. Okay, we did. Cool. I think they could, like, Surf plus, whatever. Probably Surf plus Vocalith from the Cole will take out, Ninetales. And they are gonna max, okay. But if they target out Ninetales, then they just lose Cole. But I can't think of anything that Cole also can actually do to Garchomp. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Like, this is the reason we have Garchomp on this team, is to deal with Colossal. There's the protect. There's the surf. It's all standard. I really wanted to protect this turn just so our focus sash is intact. Yep, there's the steam engine. There's the weakness policy. Gonna take up all of our time today. And there's the overgrowth. That does approximately nothing, and you're gonna lose your colossal. Cool. And look at that, you didn't even get Vocalith up. That's really good for us. Garchomp has been very, very good for us. I cannot stress that enough. This Garchomp has been so impressive so many different times now. Okay, Dragapult is not safety goggles. That's really good to note, too. Means they're probably Sash. Meaning Blizzard might be enough to take them out, or at least put them down to Sash. The question is, what do they have here? We're in grassy terrain. It's going to be Wheezing. I wonder if they have Gigas here in the back, too. So neutralizing gas is going to basically do nothing for them. So we'll go for the Blizzard. And I kind of want to Quake into the Wheezing, but I think they protect this turn. It could also be Shuka. I mean, I don't see a reason not to target down the Wheezing. And there's a Phantom Force. Kind of glad I didn't target that slot. They're not protecting with Wheezing, so that tells me they are probably going for a Will-O-Wisp. Which just means we get a free KO here. They are Shuka, but that shouldn't matter since they are already pre-damaged. And I mean, it's a Max Quake coming off of a Garchomp. They actually hold on, but that's probably in range of Hail. And they do connect the Will-O-Wisp, which is kind of fine, kind of whatever. Dragapult's going to take Chip. Garchomp's going to take Chip. Weezing's going to take Chip. And go down. Okay. Garchomp's going to take a little more Chip. And notably, because the Dragapult went for Phantom Force, they don't gain recovery off of Grassy Terrain because they're not on terrain this turn. I'm going to Moonblast the Dragapult. And I just want to try to take this out. The question is, where is this Phantom Force going? The reason I wanted to go for Moonblast this turn is because they could have, theoretically, they could have Wide Guard on Gigas, and that would stop our Blizzard. There's the Quake. That's going to be enough to pick up the KO on Dragapult. 3 KOs and 3 turns of Dynamax, and we were even burnt. Good job, Garchomp. You have earned your spot today. And it's Ice Punch, which is going to do a sizable chunk, but Rough Skin's going to trigger. They're going to take Life Orb damage. And suddenly, Gigas ain't looking too great. And Garchomp should hold on here. Yep. So we're going to take damage, but we're also going to gain recovery from Grassy Terrain. And then we're going to take burn damage. So we should stay at that 19, if my math is correct. Or that 18. Yep. So then this turn, I can go for Blizzard. I can go for Earthquake, and that should pick up the KO here. Oh, maybe not because we are burnt. Yep. Ninetales is fine, though. That's all that matters. JK, sorry, Ninetales. You tried, buddy. Ninetales was really good this game. I don't want to make it seem like it wasn't. It was really good for us. They do pick up the double KO here, but, I mean, we have 2 more Mons in the back, so Gigas is not really going to be able to threaten us too much. Between Moltres and Celesteela here, it's not going to do too much, so. Moltres the Sleepy. It's a good mark. That's a good Moltres mark. I don't want to admit it, but it took me a very long time to realize that Celesteela has a face. I don't think I've actually talked about that, but I didn't realize for the very longest time that Celesteela has 2 little beady eyes up there. And like, it's Pokemon, so it wouldn't have surprised me had they not given it a face. But it took me much longer than I'm willing to admit to that to figure out that Celesteela had a face. So don't roast me too much for that one. Policy. Colburberry. So they weren't even sashed. And they also had the Will-O-Wisp on the... they had Will-O-Wisp and Breaking Swipe on their Dragapult, and they just chose to max instead. I think the correct play from their end is to max Guard and Breaking Swipe or Will-O-Wisp my Garchomp that turn. Then you're like, if you go for the Will-O-Wisp... If you go for the Will-O-Wisp, I think the actual correct play is you Will-O-Wisp and you Vocalith my Ninetales, so then you get Rocks up, and you get the burn off onto my Garchomp, so then you live the hit into your Colossal while then triggering your Policy. So then when you go to attack into Ninetales, you're +2, so you're most likely going to pick up a KO there. I like that play a little more from our opponent. Life Orb. Iron Head is interesting on Gigas. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it, but Grassy Glide, yep, pretty okay. U-turn on non-assault vests is interesting. And there's the Sash on the Urshifu, and of course the Shuka Berry on the Weezing. So very interesting team, very cool team. Well, let's get to getting here. See if we can rattle off. We should be 1 win in. I think we're 1 and done here today. Hopefully, maybe. I believe in this team. This team is definitely a Master Ball caliber team. So I would like to get there before we switch over to a new team, but if we get it, cool. If not, whatever. Like I talked about on Tuesday, rank is not everything. But Tuesday, Thursday, I don't remember. I talk about that a lot. Just rank isn't everything as long as you're learning something from your games. What is this nonsense and why do I hate it? Oh, this is obnoxious and I hate it already. So the play here is to not max until they bring Chansey out, because then you don't have to worry about their minimize shenanigans. You can just power through. So Chansey, Shuckle, Indeedee, Hat. They have Liepard and Spectre to round it out. So they're going to get a Trick Room up. They're going to then do very disgusting things with Shuckle, Chansey. I actually have never played against this. So now I actually get to see how obnoxious this is. I think I like Celesteela here. I also really like Moltres. I think Moltres on the lead is pretty okay. I think Raichu can be pretty okay on the lead as well. Actually, I like Moltres Ninetales and setting up screens. I like Garchomp in the back. I like Celesteela here, I think. I like this. I like this combination. I'm anticipating Indeedee, Hat, Shuckle, Chansey. That's what I'm anticipating, but Shuckle can be really annoying at shutting off our attacks. Yep, there's the NDD hat. So this is the lead I like, because we're going to get screens up. And we can also just go for... We can go for Nasty Plot. We could also go for a Fiery Wrath and try to get a flinch off onto the Hatterene, which is not the worst move. We could also just double up here. I think Fiery Wrath plus Blizzard I like a lot. And just try to knock out the Hatterene before it gets to attack. I think this is fine. I don't think I'm in love with it, but I think it's acceptable. Because, like, this gives us a chance to flinch or to freeze the Hatterene, or to knock it out. Like, those are all viable options. There's the crit. It's not going to be enough to take out the Hatterene, but it is enough to pick up the KO on Ndidi. So 2 crits and 2 attacks on 4 Mons is not terrible. But we get the flinch! Oh, that's big! Oh, that is absolutely huge! Because now Hatterene should go down to a Blizzard here. Oh, that's absolutely huge for us. There's the Shuckle. That tells me Chansey's in the back. So yeah, I'm just going to attack again. I think this is appropriate for what we're trying to accomplish here. Just mess their life choices up. Do they max Hatterene at that low of HP? Probably not. Does that mean they're going to max, like, Chansey here in the end game? I'm interested in what they do here. But man, that turn 1 play definitely worked out for us. I think I like that more than going for Aurora Veil plus Nasty Plot and playing through Trick Room. Yep, Hatterene goes down. So now we have the chance to do solid amount of damage here to Shuckle because it is single target. They're going to power split into my Moltres. Sure. Moltres is going to take a little bit of chip. Shuckle's going to take a little bit of chip. It might have been appropriate to Nasty Plot this turn instead. Yep, and there's the Chansey. So I think I am going to Nasty Plot this turn. And I'm just going to continue to Blizzard and just... Like, because we have Hail up, Blizzard avoids accuracy checks. So we're going to be able to attack into this Chansey. Sure, nice minimize. I don't really care. And I'm assuming now they guard split. Yep. So now Chansey is unkillable. Sure, whatever. Chansey still takes hail damage though, so... And I think I want to go for another Nasty Plot and another Blizzard. That should pick up the KO on Shuckle so it can stop being obnoxious. Quick Claw. Interesting. They're going to Toxic into my Ninetales. But that's fine because I'm gonna switch it out so I can continue to have Hail. Alright, Blizzard takes Shuckle down, so that's cool. Here's my second Nasty Plot. So now I'm at +4, but I also was, like, my attack was, my special attack was severely reduced because of, power split, so we're in an okay position, I think. It's a 4v1 versus a +2 minimized Chansey. So we'll just go for the Fiery Wrath, and we'll bring in Garchomp this turn. Just gonna continue to chip away with it at hail with hail. Chip away at it with hail. There we go. That's the one we want. Sure, we missed. Darn. Nice minimize. Don't care. Oh no, my hail stopped. And I'm gonna rock fall, so then we set sand, so then we're continuing to do extra chip damage to this Chansey. So we did a lot of things to have this work out in our favor. The big things are we got the flinch on turn 1, the double crits mean that we got to pick up the KO on turn 2, and yeah, you know, this game turned out pretty okay for us, all things considered. Blizzard bypassing accuracy check is really good. The fact that we preserved our Dynamax means that we can just avoid their accuracy here on the end game as well. It's like, we're just going to chip away at this Chansey until it goes down. Darn, I missed my Fiery Wrath. Sure, Seismic Toss away. You're also going to take rough skin damage, so like, Garchomp is literally this Chansey's worst enemy right now. Maybe I'll hit a Fiery Wrath this turn. And I'm going to Quake because that should do more damage because it is stab. The stab boost doesn't matter, but Quake being more powerful can matter. Come on. Come on, Moltres. He ain't done anything yet. Hey, there's a soft boiled. That's fine. We have essentially won this game. It's just a matter of time. Eventually we'll hit. That's literally all it comes down to. Eventually we will hit. Just a matter of when, not if. And even if we do hit, like, it's not a guaranteed KO or anything, but... Dynamax Chansey. That means they can't soft-boiled, actually. So that's actually pretty okay with us. The thing about this is, they're going to go for, presumably, Max Knuckles here. And because there's Dynamax, it's not going to trigger Rough Skin. Okay, they just max guard. That's fine too. Little more chip damage. So now, I'm going to continue. There's nothing weird about Earthquake hitting through Minimize, right? That's not a thing I need to worry about. Should I just attack or should I Sword Stance here? I could also protect to stall out their Dynamax, but like their Dynamax doesn't really matter. Minimize, Soft Boiled, Seismic Toss. What's your last attack? I'll just Earthquake. Well, we missed the chance of ignoring the fact that it's giant. There's the Max Knuckle. There's approximately no damage. If we could hit, that would be great. But, you know, opponent is a trooper. He's gonna make us play this out until we go to timer. Hey, look at that, another max guard. Not really surprised. Like, the thing about this is we've won this game. They're just going to make us sit here for another, 7 minutes or whatever. So now what I can do So I can switch Moltres out to reset the Hail. Do I want to do that? I mean, I'm just gonna stay in. I'll switch out Garchomp. Get my Hail set back up. Which is great because now we can also go for blizzards, which are guaranteed to hit. So thanks for the Berserk trigger. Now we're +5. But Moltres will go down this turn, so I'm going to switch it out. Could also protect it. I actually like that. We'll protect here. And we'll go for a blizzard. Alright, opponent. Alright. Freeze? Nope, no freeze. Never lucky. And now this turn they probably soft-boiled. If I was a betting man. So we'll try for Fiery Wrath and we'll go for a Blizzard. If we get a freeze this turn, that would actually just be insane. Like, I think that's the out we're playing towards, is freezing the Chansey. We have missed 10 Fiery Wraths. 8. 9? 8. Okay. On this turn, we will double switch. Bring out the Garchomp. And bring out the Celesteela. Alright, opponent. Where are we at on timer? That's the real question. I want this game to be over, but I don't want to concede because this is my Master Ball game. Gonna take some chip damage, which is kind of unfortunate. So I think at this point I'm done with Hail. I'm just gonna let this one run its course. I mean, I'll go for a Flash Cannon, but probably not hitting an attack. The only attacks we've actually hit are because of Blizzard, so as that continues to be the case here. Well, you're going to take some rough skin damage. It's like, if we actually got some attacks off while this rough skin was doing damage, that would be great, because then there's a chance they go down. Holy cow, we actually hit an attack, guys. We didn't do anything, but we actually hit an attack. Holy cow, we hit 2 in one move. One turn. Cannot believe it. Okay, my time is at 4:34. What does that mean in actual game timer? I mean, I could play this to the point where I need to stall out the timer because we've won. So, like, this is really unfortunate because this makes for terrible content. And, like, I always say that winning's not everything, but, like, I am invested into this game. I want to win this if I can, and I should. I should definitely win this game at this point, right? So, I think what I'll probably do is, like, cut this out, and if there's anything important that actually happens, we'll come back to it. But we will see. That's super, super unfortunate. So they were able to KO Ninetales and Moltres and Celesteela, and because of the chip damage that we had to reset Hail, because it was a 1v1, Garchomp wasn't able to It was just at a slightly lower HP value than Chansey, and as a result, we lost. Man, that's really, really annoying because, like, I mean, we did so much of that game so right for so long. Man, I feel kind of bad about that because, like, I don't know what I could have done differently. Like, I guess I could have started playing towards the timer a little sooner. Like, I guess that's, like, my only out is to play towards this timer sooner. I also could have maxed Moltres. Actually thinking about this objectively, we could have maxed Moltres sooner. I'm actually playing against the same guy twice. Interesting. But had we maxed Moltres and then we just Fiery Wrath, because we're at +4, we're not going to do a ton, but we are going to get those special defense drops, which is huge because then we can cycle back in Ninetales and be able to pick up KOs with hopefully a KO with Ninetales and Moltres. So I think maxing Garchomp was actually incorrect in that game. Let's see, we led Garchomp Ninetales last time with this team, and I think that's the lead again. And I like Celesteela, Moltres, I think is what we did. I think these are the 4 we brought. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same guy we just played. Nope, it's not. It is the same team. Which, depending on their lead, like, I know this team. We know what they're doing. And it's going to be Weezing Gigas. I wonder if they protect Weezing here on 1. And go for Hailstorm into Garchomp. But what we can do is we can also... We know that Earthquake is not enough to KO Weezing naturally. So what I'm going to do this turn is I'm going to protect Garchomp. And I'm going to set up Hail. Or I'm going to set up Aurora Veil. Because I'm going to try to bait the Weezing to protect this turn, anticipating us to max. And then we can max next turn and hopefully pick up a KO with Blizzard plus Max Quake. They're most likely going to... If this is the exact same team, which, I mean, it's the same exact 6 Mons. I would be surprised if it's not the same rental code. We know they have Will-O-Wisp. We know this is Life Orb Gigas. We know they have Shukaberry on the Weezing. They have Hailstorm and Iron Head. So depending on who they target down here, it could make a huge difference. I hope they target down Garchomp. I hope they go for Hailstorm and not a Max Strike, because Strike would be unfortunate. But we are faster, so we do... Oh, I'm an idiot. We don't have Hail. We don't have Hail up because of neutralizing gas. Oh, I did not think about that. That's really unfortunate. And they actually correctly identify their play and don't... Yeah, super well played from our opponent, and I'm just a colossal idiot here and did not play this optimally whatsoever. So now I can set up Aurora Veil. But, like, maxing doesn't do anything now. I go into Celesteela? Do I just let Garchomp go down? That doesn't seem correct. I'm gonna Rock Slide and Aurora Veil this turn. I just didn't even think about neutralizing gas turning off my weather. Like, I just did not even attempt to think about that. Which, I've played against Weezing, I've played with it, I know how it works, my first thought is, well, I have Ninetales out, I can set screens. I didn't... That moment where it didn't articulate with itself that, or with myself that, these are why this works. That should pick up the KO, yeah. They're gonna get the double KO here, and that's really unfortunate. Which is fine, because now we can bring out Moltres plus Celesteela. We actually get the flinch, so they aren't able to pick up the double. But now Gigas should be the fastest thing on the field. I wonder if Moltres can take a Hailstorm behind screens. I'm going to guess no. I'm going to bring out Celesteela instead. Could Airstream. I think it's correct to Steel Spike into Weezing and go for the Blizzard this turn and just attempt to get some damage off. Celesteela should sit in front of Gigas pretty well. I don't think they have anything on this Gigas set that can actually hit Celesteela. Giga Impact, High Horsepower, Darkest Lariat, Iron Head, so they can Darkest Lariat us, which would be neutral, lower our special defense, which doesn't do anything. And Weezing is going to protect. It's pretty okay by me if you want me to be 100% honest. And yeah, Gigas is faster, so they are going to get the Steel Spike off into Ninetales, pick up the KO on it. Well. Man, rough couple games to end this day on, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know, we had a really good run with this team. It's only fitting that we go down to Chansey, Shuckle, and then Weezing Gigas. Like, two of the most obnoxious duos in this format. So, you know, end of the day, we've done pretty okay. I'm not upset with how we've played throughout this week with this team. But today, after such a really fun day the other day, today has not been the best, I should say. Yeah, we'll Steel Spike into Weezing again, and we will go for the Fiery Wrath. Attempt to get a flinch off. Gigas is actually faster, but we should live that. That's going to trigger Policy. That's going to trigger Berserk. That's going to trigger everything. Yeah, we're going to go to +3 here. No, we don't have Berserk. Good lord. Alright, well, we get the double. And what's great about this is we're actually going to get a Beast Boost onto Celesteela, too. So not only do we get the defense boost, but we also get the Beast Boost here. So that's kind of great. Hold on now. We might be back in this. I might have wanted to go for an Airstream there. Some Moltres outspeeds Dragapult here. Could also be Urshifu. It is Urshifu. And it's Rillaboom. Okay. Well, I like our position against both of these Mons. So I think to play this turn, I'm going to Flare into the Rillaboom. And we'll go for the Air Slash into Urshifu. I don't think we pick up the KO. I mean, I know they're Sash, but I want to go for Flare because then their Searching Strike's damage is going to be halved, which is going to be important. Grassy Glide should not kill. Not even close. But Searching Strike should pick up the KO here. Yep. This is what I was worried about, was their Urshifu being faster than Moltres. And I'm not surprised to see it is. There's the Flare. And it is enough to pick up the KO on Rillaboom. So now, Sash is broken on the Urshifu. No, it's not, because we changed the weather. Come on, Carter. Come on, we know how this works. We know how all this works. But we have a +2 Celesteela. Our Dynamax is over. But, you know, I thought we were going to have a really rough time in this game. And, I mean, we kind of did. But we're doing okay now. All things considered, we're doing okay. And there's the Surging Strikes, which is going to, you know, crit through our defense boost, but should not do... Oh, yeah, that's not going to do anything. 158 down to 142, so 16 damage times 3 is... Oh, come on, not like this. Not like this, Celesteela. Just need to hit 2 before they KO us. The reason I'm going for specifically Air Slash here is I want to get them down to Sash first. Okay, there we go. That should be Sash. And then now we can go for a Flash Cannon. That should KO. Cannot imagine this doesn't KO here. They could go for a double detect to stall out Sun. Yeah, us missing could cost us this game. They're gonna have to come down to a 1 in 3 chance of getting this, but I think we live a Surging Strikes even without Sun up. Maybe? Yeah, they get the double. Holy cow. Holy cow. So, let's see. It did 16 times 3. Yeah, that's going to be 32 times 3 is 96. And we're at like 60 something. It's going to be a roll. It's going to be a damage roll if we get KO'd here. Opponent realizing they're out to this game. I think that's too much. Holy cow. So what could we have done better this game? Obviously, the big one is attacking on turn 1 with Ninetales. We can go for the Blizzard, attempt to get both hits off and get the freeze. I think we can anticipate the Ice Punch coming off from Gigas. Yeah, literally the same code. Okay. So we can anticipate the Gigas Ice Punching. So we could switch to Celesteela then to bait them to do what? I don't think switching to Steela early is good because we need to preserve it. We could have airstreamed instead of steel spiking to KO the... I think that's actually the play. If we steel spike, if we airstream into the Gigas to pick up the KO on it, Moltres then outspeeds Urshifu. So then we can go for a air slash into the Urshifu to break its sash before we go for the flamethrower to pick up the KO on Rillaboom. And then from there, we are at +2 with Celesteela, and Moltres will still go down, but Sash is then broke, so we only need to hit one attack on the Urshifu. I think that's the real play, is we needed to airstream first. But then, instead, they can just Aqua Jet. And I'm sure Aqua Jet plus Grassy Glide is enough to KO Moltres, since we don't then have the defense boost. Ooh, that's really close, actually. I'm really not sure. It's really close, but I don't know what the correct answer there is. I'm almost certain we would go down because we wouldn't have that defense boost. And our opponent played that game phenomenally. Realizing they're out was to stall out our Sun and getting the double. Which obviously, you know, we had a lot of luck go against us there. They got the 1 in 3. We missed we missed our 95% accurate move. But there was also things that I could have done to improve our odds there. But, you know, end of the day, this team was really fun. Make sure you pick it up while you can. Go check it out. Once again, shout outs to Karibo. Congrats on your win in the Rumble. And looking forward to seeing you playing some more, man. Loving these teams that you're putting out, and can't wait to play some more. So have a good one, everyone. Have a fantastic week. We'll be back next week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one. Peace.